here are some real-world tips for how to find solid mentors. Welcome to Critical Thinking Scan, where we look at how you can think about any faith-challenging message and arrive at a biblical, logical conclusion yourself. I'm Patricia Engler, and today let's look at practical tips for how Christian students can connect with godly older mentors. I've mentioned before that biblical mentors can help you think through faith-challenging messages. Mentorship was also a top theme I heard from Christian students around the world about how they keep their faith at secular university. But what exactly is a mentor, and how do you find one? Let's think about it. First, a mentor is anyone, especially someone older than you, with valuable experience, knowledge, and insights to share. For Christian students, mentors can adopt a number of roles, including being available to listen to you, pray with you, answer questions, be role models, share faith-boosting stories from their own lives, and guide you to grow closer in your relationship with God. And they can also potentially show you the real-life ins and outs of your chosen career field. However, you can certainly have mentors from other career backgrounds as well. Either way, godly mentors can help you simultaneously build all three foundations which Christian students need to thrive in secular classrooms and cultures, and which you can learn about through the linked resources. So, what do mentoring relationships look like? Thinking back to my time as a student, I can identify three types of mentors. Number one, sages. Sages are the kind of people who might come to mind when you first think of mentorship. They're the wise, experienced humans who probably know more about God and possibly your chosen career field than you could learn in years. These are people who you might ask to meet regularly for discipleship, discussion, or Q&A. But sages aren't the only kind of mentors. Another is the ally. Allies are the many mentors in your life who might not realize they're your mentors. They're the elderly couple at church who gives you hugs and invites you for lunch. They're the ordinary, real people who've learned that they're not perfect, but God is faithful, and they have stories about His faithfulness to share. They ask you about your exams, listen when you need to debrief about something, and they let you know that they're praying for you. Never underestimate the value of an ally. Finally, the third kind of mentors are responders. They're the people you might not get to see very often, but you know you can contact them anytime with a question, concern, or prayer request. Now, sages, allies, and respondents aren't always separate. Some mentorship relationships may include elements of all three. When I was a student, my mentor, Dr. Helder, was a sage responder. For while we lived too far apart to meet regularly, I knew that she'd always welcome any questions I might send, and that we could meet in person whenever I came to town. Meanwhile, I surrounded myself with allies and made contacts with geographically closer respondents while I was in school. That's what worked for me, but however your situation looks, I'd encourage you to try to incorporate all three mentorship types into your life. So, how do you find those mentors? Well, here are 7 ideas. First, ask God to connect you with the right people. Second, look for trusted Christians in your chosen field or anyone you might want to be like, and ask them to meet. That's how I got connected with Dr. Helder. Third, plug into a biblical intergenerational church and don't stop attending. Fourth, intentionally get to know older adults at church, especially those who seem particularly close to God. For example, you could participate in church events with them or take time to visit with them after the service at church and accept dinner invitations from them even though you could always be studying. Fifth, find ways to serve alongside older adults, for instance through volunteering opportunities. Sixth, be open to asking older Christians for prayer. For instance, if someone asks how you're doing, you could answer, "Well, great, thanks, but I have an exam coming up I'd appreciate prayer for." Seventh, remember that books and media are mentors too. Through autobiographies especially, you can be mentored by some of the strongest men and women of God in history. On the flip side though, be aware of negative media influences because you become like those you spend time with. So those are some tips for connecting with mentors who can help you stay strong in your biblical worldview. For more on how to think through messages which challenge a biblical worldview, you can access my other CT Scan videos packed with tactics, tips, and tools that helped me as a Christian student at secular university. Thank you for watching. Hey, it's Patricia. Just wanting to let you know that if you like these videos, are on board to share the message of biblical authority, and want to give, you're welcome to help Answers in Genesis produce more content like this and equip more people to defend their faith by making a one-time donation or becoming a monthly supporter by clicking the link below. Thanks so much.